Welcome back. This is John Locke, and I apologize if the resolution on the camera is a little grainy. I'm using my webcam. Um, I don't know how to make it record in a higher resolution quite yet. I haven't figured it out, but I gotta get a video out each day, and so I'm keeping true to that. But what I want to talk about today, it's ironic, really, given all that. But what I want to talk about today is what type of email address you use when it comes to representing your business. Now, you hear us talk about SEO all the time. We talk about SEO every day, and we always say that Google has been saying since 2008 that they want to reward big brands, and so you should aspire to do things that big brands do. But what I see a lot of smaller businesses do, maybe it's one or two people, maybe it's three or four people. What I see a lot of smaller businesses do is they're still using a Gmail, they're still using a Yahoo or an Outlook or a Hotmail or something like that for their email address for their business. And I don't know that there's any proof that Google looks at that and says we shouldn't rank these guys higher because they're not using a branded domain name, like an email address that includes your actual domain name and not Gmail or Yahoo or something like that. But for a second reason, I want to say that it's probably a good idea for you to move away from that at some point. And the reason being is it doesn't look as good to your customers. It doesn't make you look as, like you're on this elite level. And when you're a small business and you're trying to punch up and you're trying to punch above your weight and you're trying to compete with the bigger firms in your area or the bigger companies, it's just one more of those little things that gives the wrong impression when you're using a Yahoo or a Gmail or an Outlook email. And I know, hey, I started with a Gmail address when I started this thing, 8 years ago. I used a Gmail address. I'm not gonna lie. But after a while, I just, noticed like, everybody else that I'm doing business with uses a regular email address. And I understand, like Gmail, Yahoo, they're free. You're used to it. You have all your contacts there. You have all your email archives there. And you can migrate email. And depending on how much you have archived, it can be a pain, but it can be done. I've done it for many, many different clients, done email migrations. Yeah, and it can be a pain. But if you only have one email address, say if all the business really just still goes through the founder or the owner of the company, it's not as big of a hassle as you would think. It's only when you got like multiple email addresses that it gets a little tricky, it gets a little time consuming. But yeah, my advocation is really just to, if you want to be bigger, you have to do the things that bigger companies do. And at some point, you're going to have to get off Gmail and Yahoo or MSN or Outlook or Hotmail because that just screams we're still, one person or two people. And I understand it's ironic. Look around. Look around. It's ironic, right? But yeah, you really have to do that. You have to do it at some point if you want to get bigger. If you want to represent like you're bigger. I have one client, newer client. Shout out to a person who will remain nameless, but this person talked about that with me very recently, and that you want to look like a bigger company, you do all the things that a bigger company does. Maybe you put a wrap on your truck. Maybe you take just make your equipment look nice, or your presentation, or your design, the design of your site. All those things add up into an impression that not only not just Google, but really your customers. I mean, that's really the bottom line. You want to look like you're a big leaguer. So you got to do all those things that a big league company would actually do. Say hi to Hazel, everyone. That's Hazel, my dog. Anyway, that's all I'd share. And again, I totally get how that's funny. The webcam is grainy. It looks like it's only recording at 30 frames per second. I'll try and figure this out, and then I'll come back and do this at another time. I know my computer can record at a higher thing, but the software that I'm using to record this, for whatever reason, I can't figure out how to get it past 30 frames per second. So I apologize for that. Anyway, my name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I make all my money, 100% of my money, from helping businesses, industrial businesses, manufacturing businesses, home service, and other blue-collar businesses. I help them with SEO. That's what I do. I'm here every day making videos on SEO. We're at 430 subscribers. I think it was like 7 subscribers in the last 2 days. That's amazing. I want to thank each and every one of you. If you have a question or a comment, something you want to see in a future video, put it down in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer every single comment myself. That's it for now. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, and until next time, peace.